All right, let's see what we got here. We old chat check, see what's going on. Well, a few people filter in here because I did start just a little bit early. Yeah. Woo! 16 time kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying. Woo! Son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down. What's up, Blockopus? What is up, Bumblebee? The chat does, in fact, work. So let's jump right into it. And take a look at the COTA preview. Of course, there will be some people that don't have statistics. We got some ringers in this race. So we'll take it out. Danny Price, what's up? What's up, Nova Scotia? What's up, Canada? Always good to have our Canadian friends with us. But yeah, we can jump right into it. So obviously, Chase Elliott is going to be your best pick here. Unfortunately, he's not racing, but we've got Rodney Sandstorm in his car. But Chase's average finish here was 2.5 in 2 races. He's got 1 win, top 10s. And he has led, how many laps has he led here? He has led 5 laps though. That's interesting. He's got the best average finish, but he's only led 5 laps. Second on the list, however, somebody who I think everybody is kind of overlooking on this particular road course deal, and I don't know why, but Ross Chastain with an average finish of 2.5. He has led 35 laps. He's got also 2 top 5s. Alex, another good sleeper here. I haven't heard many people at all talk about Alex Bowman. He has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and he has led 3 laps here. Of course, a 68 lap race. These lap lead numbers are going to be low, but 35, and the guy that's won the most races here or whatever, 5, or has the best average finish here or whatever I should say, has only led 5 laps. So leading laps might not be particularly important here. Austin Cindric and Joey Logano also splitting some time here with most laps led at 15 and 16. But let's just go down the list of average finish to sort of keep this a little bit more organized. Chase Elliott at 2.5, Ross Chastain at 2.5. They are tied for best average finish. Alex Bowman is second with 5.0. Tyler Reddick, 7.0. I've seen a lot of talk about Tyler Reddick, but here's another good sleeper here. Michael McDowell with an average finish of 10th here. He has got your 5th best average finish. Here's one you will not ever think about at a road course, but he's on this one. Here you go. Austin Dillon with an average finish of 11.0. Is your 6th best average finish here. Ryan Blaney at 11.5, 7th best average finish here. William Byron with that great run yesterday. Couldn't catch AJ Allmendinger, but he is 8th here with 11.5. Eric Jones. Could Eric Jones continue to turn the season around for legacy over here? With a 12.5 average finish. He is 9th best. Ryan Preece, 10th best with an average finish of 15.0. Not a great qualifying session for any of the Stewart-Haas cars, but Ryan Preece definitely knows how to get around this joint. He's only had 1 race, but he has finished apparently 15th here in that 1 race. Kyle Larson at 15.5. He's another one you'd have to put on your list. Denny Hamlin, Todd Gilliland, Brad Keselowski, and Austin Cindric round out your top 15 in average finish at this particular racetrack, which is COTA. And of course, the 2 past winners are Chastain and Chase Elliott. So not a lot of statistics because it's only been 2 races, but those are definitely going to be your picks. And fill in, like there's a lot of randoms and wild cards out there. So fill in your picks however you feel like filling in your picks there for your fantasy and or whatever entertainment you choose to do on this particular day. Glock saying 9 Jordan Taylor. Yeah, there you go. Jordan Taylor, the dark horse. I think he's in the best car of all the ringers, so I would have to put him up there. Probably second would have to be Kimmy in the Trackhouse car as far as quality of the car that they're sitting in. I would imagine, but don't sleep on Jenson Button because I'm pretty sure that's an SHR backed car. Joshua Jenkins, what's up, BB? What's up, Joshua? Good to see you on here today. OJ and Toothpaste COTA pick, 78 or 77. Both are bad fast. Oh, that's a fact. I'm going to have to go with BJ McLeod here. He is probably going to outshine the 77 just because in Earth 1, the 77 has won a stage before when he was driving the 13 Geico car. So I'm going to go with BJ McLeod for the dub here today on Earth 2. Let's see, Jimbo Jones. Did Kyle hurt his hands in the truck race? He got a blister on his palm or whatever from. Oh man, you could go so many ways with that. He got a blister on his palm from the H pattern shifter that I guess he's not used to anymore. Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, AJ Allmendinger, William Byron, Michael McDowell, and Jordan Taylor are the garage picks today for Bumblebee. That is a solid, stout lineup there. I like that one. Pretty much any of your Penske cars look good here from the numbers I was just looking at right there. I have hard-earned currency on Jordan Taylor, says Glocknopus. I like it. I like it for entertainment purposes only, of course. I like the pick though. I like it. Go big or go home. Let's see. Robin Marks, take off, Ed. Greetings from the Great White North. Howdy, Kyle. Howdy, y'all. Go Ross. Go smash those watermelons. So yeah, if you didn't see the watermelon thing, Ross Chastain smashed the watermelon from the really tall tower that they call the mullet down there. So that was pretty cool. And smash the like button. So yeah, if you want to hit the like button, that would be awesome as well. But yeah, let me pull up the old DK and see what the odds are for today real quick because I forgot to do that. Where is my DraftKings here? Did I delete the app? Nope, there it is. While that's pulling up there, what's up, Roofer? Good to see you in here. Mark Barnum, will AJ go for 2 today? I don't know if his car is all that good for the Cup race, but if they've adjusted on it and made it better, he could because he definitely qualified better than he practiced. Cassandra Keller, good day from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. What's up, Idaho? What's up, Cassandra? What's up, Coeur d'Alene? OJ and Toothpaste, Sheldon Creed probably would have finished 3rd if he didn't get spun out. Yeah, Sheldon Creed was not happy. It was definitely probably a mistake on AJ Allmendinger's part. I don't think it was intentional, but that does not matter to Sheldon Creed one bit. I don't think. All right, here we go. Oh, so Tyler Reddick is actually the favorite here as far as the odds go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tyler Reddick has the 4th best average finish, but he is your favorite. He's only at plus 350, minus 110 for a top 5, and minus 200. Minus 110 for a top 3, minus 200 for a top 5 finish. Wow, they are really, really favoring Tyler Reddick there. William Byron is actually your 2nd best on DraftKings here for entertainment purposes only, not sponsored by DraftKings and whatever else I got to say for YouTube toss. Yeah, William Byron is your 2nd favorite here at plus 600, plus 150 for a top 3, and minus 130 for a top 5. I would stay away from all of them. Kyle Larson is next at plus 600 for the win. Not too bad there. Plus 150 for a top 3, but minus 130 for a top 5. So I'd stay away from the top 5, but picking him for the win or a top 3, probably not a bad bet. Then you got Austin Cindric at plus 800, Ross Chastain at plus 1,000, Kyle Busch at plus 1,000, Suarez at plus 1,000, AJ Allmendinger at plus 1,000. I think a lot of people are going to see that action. And Alex Bowman at plus 1,500. Jordan Taylor is plus 1,800. And let's scroll down here. Let's see if we can get some value picks. Jenson Button plus 50,000. A lot of people believing in him. Jimmy Johnson plus 20,000. So let's see. That'll probably be a good bet there. So here's a good one. I just showed you Austin Dillon's average finish here. He is in the top 10 with average finish here. And Austin Dillon is a plus 20,000 for the win. Obviously, not a lot of people are going to pick that. But for a top 3, he's plus 4,000, and for a top 5, he's 2,500. That looks like a pretty good value right there. Ryan Preece is down here at 20,000 for the win, plus 4,000 for a top 3, and plus 2,500 for a top 5. That's not bad either. I like those odds. Kimi Räikkönen plus 10,000 for the win, plus 3,000 for a top 3. 1,200 for a top 5. A lot of people might be interested in that. Eric Jones and Ty Gibbs are down here, and so is Noah Gragson. Ty Gibbs is at plus 10,000 for the win, plus 3,000 for a top 3, and 1,200 for a top 5. Eric Jones is 6,000, 1,500, and 700. And same odds for Noah Gragson. So there you go. But Denny Hamlin is down here as well. Denny Hamlin is a good road course racer, and so is Martin Truex Jr. So it's just going to be interesting. It's going to be however you want to pick it there. Yeah, so it's just going to be one of those deals. Let's see here. Stupid Roofer says Jordan Taylor's stats are insane. I'm just picking up where I'm at right now. So if I skipped yours, I apologize. Brad K said, no way Road Ringer will win in their first start yesterday on the front stretch. So there you go. No way a Ringer will win. According to Brad K, I don't know. It's not going to be the first start for Kimi Räikkönen. Jordan Taylor's sitting in a good car, so I don't know. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with Brad on that one, but we'll have to see. Let's see here. Escobar, hope all is well. Yep, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Glock said, I'm with you, Roofer. Talking about Jordan Taylor's going to win this one. They ran Custer off the track, or he would have been a threat. Oh yeah. I've heard about that one for sure. Let's see here. Lewis Kemp says, what's up? And what's up, everyone? How is everyone? We're all doing good today. Hope you are as well, Lewis. Joshua Jenkins, who do you have as your race winner today? I got it down between Allmendinger, Reddick, Chastain, and of course, I want to see Jones run good, go 43. Man, it's tough, man. Trackhouse was really good, and RCR was really good. So all these Tyler Reddick stats are from RCR cars. So it would not surprise me to see either Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and don't sleep on Alex Bowman. So those would be sort of numerically my top guys. Hendrick always runs good here too. And has Toyota sort of figured out whatever was holding them back last season on the road course package? Toyota used to dominate road courses. Last year they did not. So there are two question marks there. And Penske is always good at road courses as well. Could this be an Austin Cindric race? He would sort of be my outlier there. Kyle Larson, I'm always feeling like he's got a chance to win these things too. I'm not picking Tyler Reddick because I don't know that Toyota has figured out their road course deal yet. Who I would probably have to go mathematically with either Ross Chastain or Alex Bowman. Sort of picking a wild card, I would have to pick either. Oh man, I don't know who would be the wild card. That's just a good question. I don't know. Kyle Larson is sort of a wild card. Maybe William Byron is a wild card. He's been on a hot start. But Ryan Blaney, I just feel like Ryan Blaney. I'm going to go with Ryan Blaney for the overall win. I think Ryan Blaney gets it done. He's been knocking on the door. Either Ryan Blaney or Kyle Larson. I'm ignoring the numbers, and that's probably going to bite me in the butt. But I'm going with Larson or Blaney there. Flip a coin. M43 says Reddick's day. He's been running well. He has turned his season around. He actually has more points than his teammate Bubba Wallace. And who saw that? With the way Tyler Reddick started this season, if you said by this week he would be in front of Bubba Wallace in points, like a lot of people would have looked at you like you were crazy, especially the way he started off this season. But yeah, I'm going with either Blaney or Reddick for the win, but I'm going with either Blaney or Larson for the win. But Tyler Reddick is everybody's top, including Vegas or DraftKings at least. Yeah, Tyler Reddick seems to be the top pick here. I wouldn't sleep on Alex Bowman or Ross Chastain, though, because numerically those two guys should pick up the win. Michael McDowell is another interesting one there, too, so he could be your wild card as well. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Gloctopus says, hey, BB, that hat might not be YouTube friendly, just for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, hopefully it's blurred out enough that they can't see it. We'll find out. We'll find out after this one's over with. I agree with you. Sort of testing the waters. We'll see what happens. OJ and Toothpaste says, unfortunately, as much as I want Jordan Taylor to win, I think they will have mechanical issues. Maybe. I'm just hoping he doesn't mess up on pit road. So typically these ringers, it's the pit stops that usually get them. So that would be sort of what I look at there. Don't sleep on Jordan Taylor, says Escobar. Yeah, I'm not sleeping on Jordan Taylor. I just don't have numbers to look at, and I like to go off the numbers. The ringers, though, here today. BB, how's it going? If he behaves on pit road, the 8 will win. Followed by the 1, then the 22 got big money on the 2. Yeah, free to pay is thinking what I'm thinking. Austin Cindric, Penske runs good here. Austin Cindric is a good road course racer, so I wouldn't sleep on either one of those drivers. I just feel like I got a feeling that Blaney is going to break through at some point. Blaney's a really underrated road course racer, and Austin Cindric, is a road course race that everybody knows about, but I don't think anybody's thinking about Ryan Blaney here. Ryan, I'm going with Ryan Blaney or Kyle Larson for the win. But it would not surprise me that if anybody from the Penske camp wins. I have a pull for the Iceman. Go Kimmy. I'm pulling for Kimmy too. He knows has won here before, so there you go. He has track knowledge in a different type car, but he does know the lay of this particular racetrack. BB, do you like Fox pre-race show? LOJ and Toothpaste? I do not. I typically don't like anybody's pre-race show anymore. Pre-race shows used to be really good, but now I feel like they're too long, too drawn out. They try to make like every single sporting event, they try to like amp it up like they do the Super Bowl, where you've got way too long of a pre-race. You only need about 35 or 40 minutes for a pre-race, in my opinion. William Wagaman says this is the new NASCAR pre-race show. The one Fox has fishermen on it. Hey, so there you go. Let's see here. Mark Barnum, Hocevar showed he needs to stay in trucks with a stellar last place finish. Oh man. Carson Hocevar, he is who had him on the bingo chip early on last year as being a guy that would be controversial and divide the field. So that's interesting. Taylor's IMSA stats: 83 starts, 24 wins, and 49 podiums. Says Stupid Roofer. Yeah, he's definitely knows how to get it done here. And this car drives more like a sports car. That's why I'm giving the Ringers a little more precedence than I normally would at any other particular racetrack. So in this particular car, I do think the Ringers have a pretty good shot. Kimi Räikkönen was making decent gains. I think by the end of that race, if he hadn't gotten wrecked out, I think he would have had a top 15 because I think he would have figured it out. But like I said, the pit stops are going to be the key for the Ringers. You can't screw up on pit road. Kyle Busch was pissed, finishing second again yesterday. OJ and Toothpaste, yeah. I think second place is the place he hates finishing the most. Say Kyle, not Cal. Happy race day, everyone. 24 car taking the checkered flags. It's going to be 3 for Big Hat Byron, according to Say Kyle, not Cal. Molten Rage, I'm losing it right now with Custer's terrible performance this year. It's actually making me go insane. Thanks, Bozo, for your terrible performance in the 14th in owners points. Good job, Custer. This is embarrassing. You'll be all right, bro. It'll be all right. He'll turn it around by midseason. NASCAR guy says AJ is going for the double, baby. So hey, AJ Allmendinger, don't sleep on him. Obviously, he's got to be one of your favorite picks there. Reddick will be fine, says Stupid Roofer. Oh yeah, I mean he's going to be fine. I just don't know if Toyota has figured out the road courses like they once had them. Molten, I was pulling for Custer, says Mark Barnum. Stupid Roofer, yeah, that's some insane numbers for Taylor. Also, isn't he going to be in the Garage 56 entry for the big 24 hours of Le Mans race? That's a fact. He was not the one testing. He might have tested it at one point, but I know they had Rockefeller testing that car. So I don't know if Jordan Taylor has jumped in that car and tested it. Although that car is totally different from a regular Cup car, but it would still be some seat time that would somewhat simulate what you got here. Josh Strickland, what's up? How did y'all run last night? And Denny sucks. So Josh is not a fan of Denny. We ran like crap last night, but interesting fact, it takes just as much effort to not run as good as you. I'm not going to say we ran bad. We finished in the 20s. So it could have been way worse, but definitely not the night we were looking for. But it takes just as much effort to run in the 20s as it does to run well. So unfortunately, wasn't our night. But I think things will turn around for that team fairly soon. Not the night we were looking for, but it was a great race. If you saw it on Flow TV, the Cars Tour at Florence Motor Speedway, great race, great finish. No surprise, Dale Jr.'s car won with Carson Voppel in there. And second place, though, Ronnie Bassett. So Ronnie Bassett with the 04 saved his tires and went at the end. Got by Butterbean, Brendan McQueen. That was the race, was for second place because after the 8 decided to go, that boy was gone. Let's see here. Stuart River says, yep, Octopus, he's familiar with a version of this race car. Yep, that's a fact. So Sammy D's Customs, good to see you here, buddy, as well. Molten Rage says, can we talk about how Deegan straight up almost killed Honeycutt's day for literally no reason to overcook the corner like that? I hate hearing her talk about being race dirty, then she races dirty. Man, I'm just going to be honest with you. That's 90% of the field. They'll wreck somebody, and then when they get wrecked, they talk about it the same way. So I'm just going to treat that the way I'm going to treat that. She still got a 16th place finish, not what she wanted, but she was running third, so not the worst day in the world for her. Hot Rod Short says, "Good morning from the West Coast. Suarez won on the road course last year. Any thoughts on him?" Yeah, I think, like I said, Trackhouse is going to be tough here. He's not up here in these numbers, so apparently he had some type of issue in this particular race last year or both years before. But yeah, he wouldn't surprise me at all to get a win here as well. Swan Dog Taylor looked very impressive, but driving in traffic, getting fenders beat on will be a different animal. I think he'll adjust well to that. I think he'll be okay. I've given up on Hocevar, Custer, and Deegan. Honestly, says Bumblebee. They'll be all right. They're just young and they're having a downswing. They'll be okay. They'll be back on top. Deegan actually had a pretty good race. She just wrecked 3 or 4 laps before the finish, so not the end of the world. She'll put a full race together one day. She's got potential. I'm not saying she's going to be the next Dale Earnhardt, but she has potential to be a good race car driver at some point. Same thing with Hocevar. Same thing with Cole Custer. Chad Huffman, no stage cautions today. So yeah, that's a big thing. Everybody's looked forward to this race. They enjoyed the races last night or yesterday with the no stage breaks for the cautions and stuff like that. So that's going to be great. I missed the old pre-race with ESPN back in the day when it was Benny, Ned, and Bob, and then they called the race. Yep, those were the good old days, and it saved money too because you didn't have a separate team for the pre-race and all this other stuff as well. So not that I'm trying to take anybody's make anybody out of a job or anything like that. I'm just saying it was cheaper to have 3 people do everything than have a team for one thing and a team for another. But whatever, they know their books better than I do. OJ and Toothpaste, Haley Deegan just talks but doesn't perform up to the hype. I mean, she was running third. Like, I don't know, she was running pretty good yesterday, then wrecked. Stuff happens. William Byron almost wrecked trying to chase down somebody, so stuff happens. Let's see here. They've all had more than enough time to prove something to me, and none of them have, says Bumblebee. That's fine. Like, it's all good. Let's see. I don't know. They're still young, and they can develop. I'm not ready to pull. I've seen enough flashes of talent from them that I'm not ready to pull the plug on it yet. But I'm a patient person, so it's different. Mark Barnum, Moulton, can we talk about how Deegan was 32nd in points 2 races ago and is now 18th in points? Yeah, so she's had 2 pretty solid runs back to back, and that has definitely helped her out in the point situation. Morning and afternoon, all. What's up, one wise guy? Good to see you on here. Mark Barnum, can we talk about how she wrecked her teammate too? I mean, stuff happens. Like, the junior motorsports has wrecked their teammates just about every race, so that type of stuff happens as well. I don't know. Will they race hydrogen hybrids ever? Asking for a friend. Roush number 1. I don't know. I don't have a crystal. I don't know how the future will hold. I don't know what type of hybrids will be run in the future. I don't know. If they figure out a way to make hydrogen hybrids more efficient and effective than whatever they're, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I have no clue. That's the best I can give you on that one. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. Mark Barnum, tell him to get out of the way. EV, LOL. There you go. BB48, I truly became a Hocevar fan when he watched the ARCA race with fans in the front before he raced later. So there you go. He is that's Lewis Kemp there. He is apparently a man of the fans. But a lot of people just I guess got hung up on how he drove and some of the shenanigans he's pulled on track. So I don't know. Say Kyle, not Kyle. Fantasy lineup for today: the 24, the 45, the 99, the 16, the 48, and the 9. Suarez, even with the Sonoma win, is underrated on road courses, in my opinion. Yeah, Suarez definitely can get it done. There's no doubt about it. He just doesn't have numbers for this particular racetrack. I don't know if that's going to factor in or not. All road courses are different. But definitely his teammate ran good here. I think Suarez was running good here and had some type of mechanical problem last year, if I'm remembering correctly. Still shocked they held Carson back one more year. Then they brought in Brandon Jones. I think that was a funding deal, if I had to be mistaken there, Karting Weekly. Bumblebee said, just my opinion. I like Carson as a person. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people have drivers where they like them as a person. They don't necessarily like what they do on the racetrack. There's no doubt about it. Do you think NASCAR did right by suspending Josh Williams? Your thoughts? Yeah, Joshua Jenkins. he walked across a hot racetrack or a hot infield. Some people have corrected me there. Either way, the track was hot and he was walking on it, active parts of it. So you have to suspend a driver for that for insurance and safety reasons. So yeah, I don't disagree with the one race suspension. If he had just stayed by his car and did the same protest, while it might not have gotten as many clicks and views, it would have not gotten him suspended. But I think it's a deal where he takes the suspension just to make his point. But it wasn't smart to walk across a hot track, so you have to suspend him one race for that. Molten Ray says, Bumblebee, at least Custer and Carson have shown they can win races, unlike Deegan, who literally came from perform like her teammate on every weekend, to be honest. I don't know. She won in ARCA though, so I don't know. Let's see here. What has Carson Hocevar won? Let's see. Custer has won races. I don't remember Carson Hocevar winning any races though. Roush number 1. Custer will make the playoffs. Bet me. Oh yeah, Custer's making the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. Roush number 1. Like I fully believe that. I've been saying much. There is too much being made about Cole Custer running poorly right now. He's going to win a race, and he's going to make. They'll get that team turned around. Molten, that's true, but he's got to get it together as well. Hocevar is not ready to move up, in my opinion, says Joshua Jenkins. Yeah, he's got to win. He's got to win at some point, right? He's got to win. He's got to win to move up to the Cup Series. He doesn't have to win to move up to Xfinity because it's a different deal altogether. But he definitely has to win if he wants to move up to the Cup Series, because that is a different animal. Look at how many races Ty Gibbs won last year. Look at what he's doing in the Cup Series right now. You have to be elite at what you're doing to make that big jump to the Cup Series. I look at Zane Smith. Zane Smith won a bunch of races. Zane Smith jumps into the Cup Series. He still only runs like, what did he run? Like top 12, top 10. So some people translate better to the other one, but you definitely have to be good and elite at what you're doing at the level you're doing to make that jump up to the Cup Series, in my opinion. Lewis Kemp says, BB, I love him as a person. LOL. I hope he wins soon before his mom has a heart attack. And the same, LOL, talking about Hocevar. Angus 420, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I've got 50 simoleons on Kimmy getting a DNF. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's not necessarily the most risky take, but yeah, you might get some hate for it, Angus 420. But I think people understand it's business at that point, right? For those who followed the truck race, Willow Spicewood, Kyle Busch really stunk it up. There you go. Kyle Busch hates second place. There's no doubt about that. Mark Langren, it's a dangerous day. I'm with you, Angus 420. Angus 420. I'm not talking about that bet. LOL. So there you go. A lot of people are with you, Angus. It's not hate. They understand. It's just business at that point. Let's see here. William Wagaman, Moulton. The reason she ran so far back at the end was because their pit crew had to repair the right front fender, which set her behind on the restart. She had a solid third until the caution came out. So there you go. Let's see. Mark Langren says Kimmy's top 5 after getting used, rubbing his racing top 10. I don't know if they finish in the top 10, but I think a top 15 would be good finishes for any of the ringers here. And I expect at least 1 or 2 of them to get a top 15. Connor is in third-rate equipment, top 15. Hey, there you go. There you go. Mark Langren with some bold predictions here. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I think at least one of them will have like some type of mechanical problem or something like that. Most likely Connor Daly, because we've seen that car is not necessarily always all the way buttoned up. But it'll be interesting. Ford, we are committed to Deegan as the future. Me as a Ford fan, we're screwed. I might as well jump off this sinking ship before it crash lands into the inevitable iceberg, says Molten Rage. I don't know. Everybody has their favorite driver. I guess I just don't understand why people make such a big deal about Hailie Deegan. We've had several female drivers, and people like literally melt down over Hailie Deegan. And she's just a driver trying to make it to the next level. I really, honestly, honest to God, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I don't know why we spend so much time talking about a driver that runs like, 10th, 15th, 10th on back. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Let's see. Escobar, I could be wrong, but I think having more than 2 teams in Xfinity, I don't understand why that type of driver triggers so many people to talk about her so much. Like, I just don't get it. Is it because she's a girl? Is it because she does YouTube? I don't know. I don't. I feel like it's not because she's a girl, because we've had female drivers in the past. I don't know. Why does a driver that finishes like 12th to 20 something most races? Why does that trigger so much conversation? I really don't get it. She's just a driver trying to make it to the next level. Uh, I don't get it. I really don't get why we talk about her so much. Escobar, I could be wrong, but I think having more than two teams in Xfinity and trucks, you are beginning for your drivers to run into each other. Yeah, I mean, the better the car is, the closer you get to the front, the harder they're gonna push, and things are gonna happen. As you've seen with Junior Motorsports this season. Keep electric out of racing, says Jeff Sparry. I mean, it's going to be hard if all they make are electric cars. But I think NASCAR will be hybrid for a long time. If they have an electric series, if that ever comes to fruition, it'll be completely separate from the Cup Series. So I don't know. And a hybrid car would just be a gas engine with an electric assist, sort of like a supercharger or something like that. It would just happen to be an electric supercharger or an electric turbo or something like that. So I don't know. People get too wound up about that too. One wise guy, have you seen the Chevelle concept for 2025? I've seen some renderings, but I haven't seen anything official from GM. So we'll have to see about that. AJ's my main man nowadays. Stoked to see him win yesterday. My favorite color, bright orange. If not him, I swore as victory would be sweet for Alex, the Hackman. What's up with Daniel Hemrick? Says Matt Hunter. I don't know. Daniel Hemrick he's taken a villain arc. I don't know. Apparently he's had enough. Team Finsky fan, what's up, Baloney? Can you give me some drivers for my fantasy lineup, please? So probably your top tier picks would have to be somewhere between Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, or Tyler Reddick by the numbers. If you're sort of doing the A, B, and C tiers, your B tier would have to probably be McDowell, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones would probably be in there. Ryan Preece would probably be in there. Todd Gilliland would have to be in there. Austin Cindric would probably be in there. Brad Keselowski would probably have to be in there because he didn't make the playoffs last year. And then for your wild card, this is a race where you've got ringers, so just pick one of your ringers. One of your better ringers would definitely have to be, because he's sitting in Chase Elliott's car, would have to be Rodney Sandstorm. So take him, or Kimi Räikkönen would probably be sitting in the next best equipment, or Jenson Button. I'm not sold on the equipment that Connor Daly's sitting in, but he's certainly a great race car driver. So I would take a ringer from sort of my, I guess, your C tier pick or whatever. So that would be my picks for fantasy there. I used to do the old Yahoo fantasy, so that's the format I'm used to. If Deegan wants a future in NASCAR, she needs to not drive for Ford, says Angus 420. So there you go. JJ, top 20 at best, says Mark Langren. Jimmy Johnson, top 20 at best. So there you go. Suarez, victory, autocorrect. Says Matt Hunter. Yeah, Suarez has a good chance. There's no doubt about it. Deegan will be in the 98 next year. Watch and cry, LOL, says Mark Barnum. She's a decent race car driver. She's getting better. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. I don't, like I said, I don't get it. We talk about her a lot for somebody that doesn't win a lot of races or something like that. I don't know. Josh got the better end of the deal. Getting to tow Larry Mack's car. Hey, there you go. Angus 420, hot take, but so true. Ford performance really doesn't help their development nor short track programs, says Karting Weekly. That's probably a fair statement. Ford does not put as much money as Chevrolet and Toyota, especially not Toyota, into driver development. If NASCAR tinkers with electric, they will lose more than half of their fan base, says Stupid Roofer. They might. I don't know. As long as they keep it separate, I think people will be fine. Which they've already said, if they do the electric deal, it's going to be completely separate from the Cup Series. So it would just be a whole separate thing, sort of like Xfinity and truck racing and ARCA, whole separate things. Karting Weekly, I'm making the chat spicy, says Angus 420. Bumblebee says, people, NASCAR is never going full electric. Just letting you know, stop crying about it. It's not happening. If anything, they'd have a separate series. Stop it with that. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And if it does go fully electric, by the time it goes fully electric, everybody's going to be so used to driving electric cars that it won't even be a big deal. I promise. So, I mean, it'll be okay. Let's see. Which I'm saying it'll be many years down the road, and most people will probably, at that point, if NASCAR goes fully electric, just about everybody will probably have an electric car. So like I said, don't worry about what's going to happen in the future because you never know what's going to happen with the future. Worrying never gained anybody a day, or whatever the saying is. William Wagaman, Bubba Wallace will take out half the field on the first lap, turn one guaranteed, says William. So there you go. He typically is not a good road course racer. He had a good road course race not too long ago. If I'm remembering correctly. So I think he even surprised himself with that. Hey, it's above freezing in the land of the frozen chosen, says Mark Langren. Hey, that is a rare W for you guys. So good for you. Glad it's not freezing up there. Josh Strickland Deegan is popular and can get sponsors. Good for her. She is not a good racer. The times I saw her win in ARCA, she wrecked the leader and half the cars were out. Okay, Josh, I agree with you there. But to be fair, in that era of ARCA racing, they were all wrecking each other for the win. So she was following protocol as far as that goes. Karting Weekly, TRD keeps bringing in talent. And by that, I mean, you saw Derek Kraus wreck people too. And the other people that were driving in that era, they were all, and they weren't necessarily wrecking each other. They were moving each other out of the way for the win. Let's see. Angus 420 TRD keeps bringing in talent due to the fact that they fund these kids starting at 12 years old. Ford and even Chevy have really been lacking in that department. Yeah, I agree with that. You always see a ton of Toyota drivers at the short tracks. You might see every once in a while Chevy buy into one. I can't remember the last Ford driver at that level, that young, that I saw Ford get behind. Maybe Keelan Harvick, but that's obviously a unique situation. Yeah, I can't recall the last time I saw a Ford driver. Yeah, I have seen Chevrolet drivers from time to time though. NASCAR will go hybrid. Make no mistake, F1 runs hybrid, just a matter of time. Yeah, I agree. It will be hybrid, but I don't think as many people will be completely in shambles about that because you'll still have the engine, and if nobody told them it was hybrid, they wouldn't even know it was hybrid. Rubbing his racing, Josh, says Mark Barnum. Hybrid, yes. Full electric, no, says Bumblebee. Yeah, I agree with that. Angus 420, LOL, no hate, but I hope you pay. Oh, talking about the Kimmy bit. I got you now. I got you. I understand. I step away for a drink, and someone got Bumblebee on caps lock, says Clockabus. Yeah, so Bumblebee hit the auto. She definitely wants you to know NASCAR will go probably hybrid, but they will not go full electric. That's a fact. Let's see. Bubba definitely has a bad attitude, says William Tyre. I mean, yeah, Bubba's a good race car driver, but when he gets mad, he tends to just go full jerk neck. Whatever you want to call it, trying to keep it clean here. But yeah, when he loses his temper, he shows his butt. That's the best way to say that. Larry Probus says, great cars race at Florence yesterday. Yeah, it was a great finish. There was a lot of like the whole thing was very much strategy. Everybody was saving tires, but then when it was time to go, it was time to go, and we saw who had what, and it was a great finish and a great race for sure. Very strategic race. Bumblebee NASCAR might add a separate electric series, but I agree. A couple never go fully electric. Yeah, I think that's where I stand on it too. Connor Daly was riding in a bouncy ball, not a race car last time he was on track. I doubt he cracks the top 25 with the equipment this week. LOL, says say Kyle, not Cal. That's where I'm at with it too. I don't know if that team has worked out all the kinks for just getting the car set up to arrive at the racetrack without having some type of major mechanical issue. At least they did have some practice, so they could at least iron that out. So that they at least should have that ironed out. But I'm not fully sold on the equipment there. If the Camaro is done with 2024, my money is on NASCAR racing vets. Says Angus 420. Well, Corvette's coming out with a 4-door coupe. Their name, not my name. So that could be what they run. I think it'll be a Chevrolet version of that, and it'll probably mirror the Cadillac Celestique or whatever it's called. There are better female drivers than Deegan, says Mark Langren. Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that. There are probably some guys that are not in the Cup Series that are better drivers than guys in the Cup Series. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The Gloctopus says, Bumblebee saying Gloctopus, I know. I just wish everyone else knew. LOL. Formula E cars have like 90-mile range tops. Now imagine the car weighs 4 times as much. Yep. But it helps that center of gravity. There's no doubt about that. The best female driver in the past 30 years is Joanna Long. Maybe. Make it. So there you go. We talked about all the time because literally Ford keeps telling us she is basically their driver for the future, which if she is, we're freaking screwed at Ford. I don't know, man. Like, Ford is trying to sell cars, so I wouldn't get too caught up into that crowd. Like, you just got to ignore that stuff. You got to think about the era and the time we live in, right? So Ford is trying to sell cars to women, so they're saying that, hey, Haley Deegan is our future. That's the same reason Toyota has a whole racing commercial with nothing but females, right? So they're trying to sell cars to women. Like, I don't know. I don't get why people get upset about that. It's marketing, right? So I don't know. Karting Weekly says people talk about her all the time out of jealousy. Jealous they can't date her. Jealous she has good rides. Jealous she has fun. And is a nice person, says Karting Weekly. So there you go. That definitely could be a good part of it. I just don't get why she's such a hot button topic. She doesn't. She said the R word one time, talking about the slang term for slow people. But outside of that, I can't remember like a controversy with her. She hasn't done anything bad. She's just trying to race cars or trucks at this point. I just don't get it, man. Like, I really don't. We've had female drivers before, so that shouldn't be controversial. Or I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the cave I live in. I don't know. I don't watch mainstream media and stuff like that, so I don't know. Mark Langren, is the Garage 56 car running the NASCAR motor for the IMSA motor? That's going to be interesting to see. I think they have a hybrid motor, and I think they're going to announce it later. As of right now, it's a motor, I think. So I think as of right now, they haven't released it because I think they want to keep it in the news cycle. So I think they're going to announce the hybrid motor at some point. And when they do, that'll be just another news cycle for that car before the actual race at Le Mans or Le Mans. If you look at ESPN back in the day, they called it Le Mans. So that's where I'm stuck calling it that, but it's Le Mans. So it is what it is. When they race it, that race there in France. Galactopus says the day you have an all-electric race car that can do 500 miles of range is the day that passenger car electrics can do thousands. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a very good point. Lewis Kemp said, and that'll never happen because they're going to want you to pay money at the charging stations. So I'd like to point that out as well. Eventually, the charging stations will be just as much money as the gas station. Lewis Kemp says, as far as hybrids go, watch Ken Block's videos using auto electric cars. He made a video ripping through Las Vegas. Yep, I've seen it, spinning all four tires. Sounds more like jet fighters, but that's the future. He also has one with Haley Deegan where they took the Mustang Mach-E. And they ripped around that. There was like an electric version of it. So they were ripping around, a sporty electric version of it, I should say. They're all electric. The Mustang Mach-E's are all electric. Bumblebee says, I just wish she'd start producing some more consistent results here in year 3. That's all I say. Oh yeah. I'm not taking a stab at anybody in particular. Like, I just don't understand why she's talked about so much when she doesn't run in the front of the field. Like, typically, it would just be a driver like nobody would talk about, right? Like, you don't see like a ton of people talking about Ryan Sieg. He won a race before, but typically he runs top 15s and stuff like that. But people still don't talk about him. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, she doesn't run particularly good. She doesn't run particularly bad. I just don't get why so many people talk about her. I guess it's the YouTube channel, though. I don't know. Hybrid. I guess I'll have to start watching that. Hybrid front axle, says Mark Langren. I'd rather Riley Herbst be in Cup and Deegan be there. My bold take, says Molten Rage. I mean, Riley Herbst has improved too. That's another one. Like, a lot of people talk junk about Riley Herbst because of the interview where he called the reporter Hannah Newhouse a douchebag, or Hannah Newhouse called him a douchebag. So he got a lot of press early on, and so his career was critiqued, and he got better and better. So if Haley Deegan takes that particular career arc, 5 or 6 years in, she might be improved as well. Taking the 24, the 1, the 99, the 48, the 16, the 5 as the garage pick. Y'all have a good day, says Cassandra Keller. I like all those picks. Those are good picks. I like both Trackhouse picks. William Byron, definitely a good solid pick. Alex Bowman, a good sleeper pick here. And AJ Allmendinger, always a good pick. And Kyle Larson, always a good pick as well. I like it. Karting Weekly, SHR prediction. Predict who's going to, finish the best in this race. Who's going to finish the best in this race would probably be Kevin Harvick or Ryan Preece. Chase Briscoe is pretty good at road courses too, but he's so kamikaze. I can't consistently pick him. Kevin Harvick's the safe pick, but if you want to be spicy, I like Ryan Preece to outfinish all of them today. Best way to be a NASCAR fan is to be neutral on your favorite driver. I don't care who wins. I just want a good race. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Once Kevin Harvick switched over to Stewart-Haas Racing and wasn't racing for RCR anymore, I do have favorite drivers, but I'll never pull for anybody the way I pulled for Earnhardt and Kevin Harvick when they were with RCR. Let's see. Let's take a moment and remember Ross's win last year at COTA. Wasn't that nice? I hope he'll win. But how can he top that win? Popped his cherry and the watermelon and did it in a fierce way, says Robin Marks. That's a fact. I think the AJ Allmendinger fans don't remember it quite as glowingly. Mark Langren's social media. So social media is why a lot of people talk about her. So that's Mark Langren's thoughts on it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. 07 Cassandra says stupid roofer. Next 3 races are all short tracks. Wish next year it was Nashville Fairgrounds. They're working on it on Easter weekend. Next Martinsville, then Richmond with their second date. Going to Iowa in early June. They're definitely working on the Nashville deal, so we could see that one sooner rather than later. We got to chill on Deegan. She just got better. She just has to get better and perform better. I agree with BB. What are we talking about? Yeah, we're just talking about a driver trying to make it, and I don't know why she triggers so many people. It's a phenomenon. I don't get it. But then again, I never understood why Dale Jr. basically leads a cult. Like, I understand a lot of people wanted to pull for him and stuff like that, but I never understood why he has so many that many fans. Like, it's insane. Same thing with Chase Elliott. He's got that many fans. I get it. He's Bill Elliott's son. I get it. He was Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s son. But he had fans that even were Earnhardt haters, and Chase Elliott has fans that were Bill Elliott haters. I don't know, but every once in a while there's a cultural phenomenon, and I've never been able to wrap my head around it. So things like that. So Hailie Deegan's a cultural phenomenon. I can't wrap my head around it. But I will go on living my life, and it will be okay. Say Kyle, not cow. We will all have electric cars until an EMP goes off. Oh man, that's what the pole shift and all kinds of other stuff could happen too. I don't know. I swear, if Ford jumps Deegan up to the Cup Series to replace Kevin Harvick, that won't happen, Moulton. So that's not going to happen. ARCA is just NASCAR demo derby. Josh Strickland. That's a fair description of that series, unfortunately. Little Bush, says Mark Langren. Oh yeah, so Chevrolet's behind Little Bush. So there you go. And Ford is behind Little Harvick. And possibly they'll be behind Little Piper Harvick too. I think Little Piper Harvick, she's feisty, man. She might be the meanest driver out of all 3 of them. So I don't know, or all 4 of them, because I think Kevin Harvick's wife drove at one point too, or her family was a race family. I can't remember. Ricky Stenhouse and Christopher Bell will be at SHR next season. There's a good chance one of those guys lands over there. I don't disagree with that. I wish I could race a truck, but not enough money. I would finish last every race to run in any NASCAR series, says Josh Strickland. Yeah, they're living the dream, man. Like, even if you're not running well, you still get to drive race cars. Mark Barnes says, I see Herbst going to the car and Bell to the 10 car and Bell to the 4 car. That definitely could happen. And Deegan to the 98 and Custer remaining in the 00 for another year. That definitely could happen. Because one, you would get a funding driver to replace another funding driver, and then you could put somebody who might not have a ton of funding, but you could put them in a car that you could probably get funding for. How bad will NASCAR today? Road courses bringing out their best Black Flag and Ricky Rudd. Oh, that's a good point, Timber Race. What will we see? Caution. Will we get any sports entertainment cautions or anything like that if the race starts to get boring in NASCAR's opinion? That'll be an interesting thing to see. How fast will those cautions come out if NASCAR deems the race boring? The races without stage breaks has convinced me that yellows need to go, says Octopus. Yeah, I agree. The stage break yellow needs to be gone all the way for all the tracks. It just invites more strategy, because you get even more strategy if there's no caution for the stage break. So I like it. Angus 420, I'll second that. Say Kyle not cow, as a Corvette owner, I'm dying on the inside knowing there's a 4-door coming. It sucks, man. I hate it. But they're trying to make Corvette its own brand, sort of like Porsche and Ferrari. Sorry, Mark. David Cormier, hey folks, tuning in late. Literally got stuck in a snowstorm. Did anyone bring up the no cautions for the Truck and Xfinity Series stages? Did it affect tire management much? I just made for a better race according to everybody. But yeah, it definitely does affect strategy for sure, and it affects it for the positive. Uncle Bones with the super chat, appreciate it, Bones. Boom, big fist bump to you as well. Let's see here. Line them up and race. I don't really care who is behind the steering wheel, says Mark Barnum. I'm in the same boat. Mark Langren, sorry, I didn't hear your response on which engine. They're going to go with a hybrid. So it would be an IMSA-based hybrid. They just haven't announced it yet because I think they're trying to save that for another news cycle. Either that or the hybrid they've planned has failed. But I think it's going to be a hybrid, and I think they haven't announced it yet because I think they want to make that a separate announcement. So it should be coming pretty soon because that race is literally around the corner, if I'm not mistaken. Bad comparison. Ryan Sieg isn't in top tier equipment. He's in lower tier. I'm not getting into the minutia of it. Pick a driver that doesn't win races every weekend and whatever. I'm not going to go through and pick the perfect match for who Haley Deegan would be if she's a male driver. Let's see here. Lewis Kemp, BB48, save me a plate. Thanks. I'm done with Bud and Bud. So peace out. Have a good one, Kyle. Appreciate it, Lewis Kemp. Hope you have a good one too. Hope your driver does well today. Let's see here. Josh Strickland. Oh yeah, then he sucks. So Josh Strickland. Train. No more Deegan talk, please. How about the race with no stage cautions? Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be awesome. No doubt about it. Like, I hope this goes so well that NASCAR just does away with stage cautions, regardless of what the TV networks want, because it's just going to make for a better product. Dale Jr. has fans because he is an honest to God good dude. So I've never met him. I don't know. Like I said, like I'm not taking stabs at anybody. I'm just talking about I don't get why some people get so big and sometimes I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't think Dale Jr. can wrap his head around it either. I don't think anybody in that position can wrap their head around it. It's just one of those things. Let's see here. Bumblebee, amen to Mark. I would love to see Harvick's daughter make it, says Mark Langren. Yeah, I think Piper's a firecracker, man. She looks like she's ready to go at all times. Uncle Bones, Bumblebee 48. That dinner sounds awesome. Might be right over. So I've missed something. Sorry, I've skipped down in the chat, but I've missed a bunch of comments, I think. Come on over, Bones. Ricky Rudd, Robin Marks. Hey, yeah, Ricky Rudd was the man back in the day. I guess he's still the man. He's the man that's been retired. Ryan Sieg deserves more respect than he gets. Him and Jeremy Clements are super hardworking drivers in the Xfinity Series. They fight for every position on the track. Well, to play devil's advocate, Molten Rage, Haley Deegan is working super hard to get sponsors to drive the truck she's driving because it's not easy to make the type of YouTube videos she makes with just her and her boyfriend doing all the editing and stuff like that. So she's working hard in another way to get funding to drive the truck she's driving. So let me just go ahead and everybody at that level, unless they're a trust fund kid, is working what they're doing. Like I'm not taking anything away from any driver at that level. Molten, I agree. They're both the definition of grinders. Yep. I mean, I think everybody at that level is working super hard. Like I said, unless they're a trust fund kid, and even trust fund kids, they have to put the time in with the simulator and stuff like that. It's not like you just walk into this and I get in a good car and I'm good. I don't think it necessarily works like that. We've seen a lot of really rich kids getting really good cars and not do anything. So I'm not taking away from anybody that's putting in the work and chasing their dream. I'm not going to be that guy. Let's see. Joshua Jenkins, yes, there need to be more stage cautions. I know more stage cautions. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Connor Daly, sleeper pick to win COTA today. What are the betting odds for him? Connor Daly. He was like plus 50,000, I think. Connor Daly, where is he? He's 100,000. So there you go. He's down there with Cody Ware, Corey LaJoy, Josh Balicki, Ty Dillon, and Eric Almirola and Jensen Button are just above them at 50,000. But they're all 100,000 for the win. So if you really want to roll the dice, 100,000 for the win, 15,000 for a third, 10,000 for a top five for all those particular drivers. So yeah, if you want to roll the dice, that's definitely the big payoff gamble. Would be Connor Daly. I wonder if Haley Deegan has asked Elton Sawyer's wife, Patty Maurice, for advice about racing. Patty Moise for advice about racing in NASCAR. That's I don't know. I'm sure she's been in contact with a lot of people. No doubt about it. 100% no stage caution, says Josh Strickland. Yeah, 100% agree with you. EB, send me some gumbo. I will send you some brats. Oh man, I love gumbo. So there you go. Apparently that's what Bumblebee is fixing. So that is definitely definitely sounds really good. 2 more weeks of Lent, and I can eat real food again. Can we stop the Deegan chatter, please? Asking nicely. We're trying to have a productive streak here. I love you guys. Rid of stage racing. Stupid roofer, 100%. I agree with that 100%. And she's gonna send you some gumbo, Mark. Molten Rage. Connor Daly is not winning any races with the money team. That team is just a joke. Yeah, they're not a joke. They just have to put it together a little bit better, I think. Lihibu says, excuse me, it's Al. I just wanted to tell you that I'm trying to send messages in the chat and it doesn't show up at all. I've tried it on multiple tabs. They don't show at all. I think it's a glitch. Sorry about that, man. Hopefully it looks like you're getting through with that one. So hopefully it shows up on that one. Bumblebee says, I made gumbo. Hey, there you go. Gumbo's a go-to. I can't wait till I can eat real food again after Lent. That's gonna be a good day. Let's see. Interesting thing is in the first 2 races this weekend, they're only less than 15 minutes shorter in total time. Well, that's still 15 minutes of your life. Most expensive thing in the world is time because you can't get it back, right? So chat getting bigger. BB says stupid roofer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm glad when these things do well. But either way, do well or do bad, we'll just keep plugging away and doing them. But I appreciate everybody on here as always. David Niehoff says, missed it. What happened that Blaney is starting in the rear of the field? I don't know. I don't know if it was an unapproved adjustment or whatever. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet. I got in super late last night, and so I literally didn't wake up till 10:30 this morning because I think I got in at maybe 2:30 or something, but it was like 3:30 in the morning before I went to sleep. So it's a rough day when we go short track racing, long distances away. Big Hat Byron with the super chat, appreciate it. Time to get my 7th win in a 7th different track, says Big Hat Byron. So he definitely could get it done. As always, appreciate the super chats. Let's see here. She has no helper on the videos, says Mark Langren. Yeah, her boyfriend is the one filming them though, so she has a little bit of help. Junior seems down to earth, but I think she does most of the hard stuff. Like the editing is always the hard part. I watch him lots. I think his personality comes through. I haven't heard any bad stories about him. And with the internet, there would be stuff out there. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair take. I like him a lot better now that he's got. I always liked him, but I went with Kevin Harvick when the deal happened. I became a Kevin Harvick fan because I felt like he had a really tough road to hoe, and he didn't have the last name to have built-in fans. But I always adjacently pulled for Junior. But I became a way bigger fan when he had when he started doing the podcast or whatever you want to call it, the Dale Junior Download, because then you started to see his personality for real. He started talking and opening up, and I thought that was a big deal for me. So, BB, what's in store for us Larson fans today? I hate to watch, says Randy Mint. Yeah, so hopefully we don't get a terrible caution or get wrecked. So hopefully he has a good run, and if he has a good run, I think he'll get a top 5, possibly competing for the win. The money team is a joke team that does not know how to actually get the car to work. They got lucky last year in the Daytona 500, and they got lucky this year because the 62 wrecked. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but I'm not going to call them a joke of a team. They're just a new team that's sort of trying to figure it out. I think they're more serious than people give them credit for, I guess is what I'm getting at. But they haven't got it figured out yet. That's like saying Spire is a joke. It took Spire this long to get decent, right? So, I'm giving the money team, like I said, I'm patient. I give people the benefit of the doubt. So that's where I'm going with that. If you're going to waste money picking Daily to win, just let me know, and I'll give you my address, and you can send your wasted money to me, says Say Kyle, not Cal. How many times are we going to hear that? Oh God, that Coke commercial is bad. William Wagaman. How many times are we going to hear that stupid Coke commercial today? Probably at least 10, and we're probably going to hear it all season or at least all of this quarter because Coke usually only makes one commercial per quarter, if I remember correctly. Oh, and Austin Dillon gets the top 5, says Robin Marks. I think he's definitely got a good chance at the top 10. I was really surprised with his numbers here, but he's top 11 at this track. 11th place average finish at this track. So I like his odds as well. Lehibu Owl is my main. Yeah, I got you. I think I got you on Twitter too. So yeah, you're not blocked. I don't know why your messages aren't showing up. I don't know if that might be like something on YouTube's end. Every once in a while, YouTube will shadow ban people, unbeknownst to anybody. So it might be on YouTube's end. I've only banned one person, and I probably will never do that again because I don't know how to YouTube will not allow you to unban somebody. And Molten Rage, sorry about that once again. So that's why Molten's on here with his second account. So there you go. Molten Rage says, what? Ryan Blaney hurt that car. Nate Ditburner says, so yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Ryan Blaney ran over a cat at one of the races earlier this year. Unfortunate situation, but it lives in internet lore and infamy. T-Van, let's see here. I think Brian Deegan needs to run a short track and be teammates with Pastrana. There you go. That would be pretty cool. And they could bring back the Metal Militia. That would be pretty cool, too. Bring back the whole rivalry. Like you'd have a Metal Militia car, then you would have a Nitro Circus car. That would be pretty rad. Matt Hunter, no, he's not. Are you going to watch the race today at Applebee's? I'm not going to watch the race at Applebee's, but maybe one day. One day when I get big and stuff like that, I can buy it at Applebee's and we can have a group watch at Applebee's or something. I don't know. Molten Rage G2, don't worry about that. Y'all be in hell today, says Bumblebee. At least Burger King has stopped with the commercials, says Lehibu. And I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Mark Barnum says, Burger King commercials were rough too. That song got stuck in a lot of people's heads. Mark Barnum watching Bassmasters, like watching them catch fish, catching those bait fish on TV. Danny B's covering that, Mark Barnum. So if you want to check out Danny B's channel, he's got some live coverage of that from Tennessee. EB48, what are you doing? Bumblebee says, I'm tired of that Lainey Wilson Heart Like a Truck commercial. That song blows butt as much as she does. That song is getting old. I'm getting tired of hearing it. It's almost as bad as that Applebee's commercial when they had the Applebee's song, right? I think I was talking about that with somebody the other day. Might have been you, Bumblebee. Molten Rage, I still feel bad for Austin Hill in the dual race. He was running so competitive till that wreck happened. I hate it too. Austin Hill was off to such a good start. He's still off to a great start. Like it's not going to hurt him, but top 5, at least top 10. EB or Roofer will give you timeout. LOL. Say Kyle, not Cal. I don't understand why Coke has a family of drivers. They refuse to put in commercials, but force feed these god awful. I need to try it first. And TikTok commercials down our throat. Oh, the TikTok. When they put TikTokers in commercials, I'm just like, man, I don't have TikTok for a reason, but I feel like it's being shoved down my throat. But apparently not for very long because I think the government is actually going to ban TikTok. So I don't know. Probably got yellow marked for the channel because of that. Either that or my hat. We'll see what happens here. Tighten up, Coke says, say Kyle, not Cal. Lee Hubu says YouTube is shadow banned. So that's probably what happened, most likely. Do you like the choose at any track? I like the choose cone. I think it's a good thing to have. I think it makes it more interesting. Let's see. Bumblebee says, "Stupid roofer, my kid grabbed my phone. Sorry." Oh, so there you go. Some people are getting smacked because Bumblebee's child is she's a blocker. She likes to block chat. Let's see here. Austin Hill wins his first Xfinity championship. I said it, says Molten. I think that's a good pick. Sorry for that, Matt Hunter. Kaylee grabbed my phone and she started hitting buttons. I apologize. So sorry, Matt Hunter. Apparently yours got deleted. Your comment got deleted. Kaylee is she is a very strict moderator. She doesn't like people to say words from time to time. Sargento commercial is awful. Oh, that's a bad one too. Good point, D. Moran. We should do. I might do when I do the chat later tonight. You guys get your favorite worst commercials, and we'll talk about those. BB, love those 12 bass are good. Live catfish bait, says Mark Varnum. You're speaking my language there, Mark Varnum. Double Down commercial is stupid too. Yeah, that's terrible. That commercial's so old that they used to call it the Double-licious back in the day. There are actually YouTube videos making fun of that sandwich from back in the day. So like go all the way to like 2012, 2015. There's almost a decade ago, people were making fun of the Double Down sandwich or the Double-licious as it was called back then. Fox will probably do a side-by-side commercial on the first lap, knowing them this year. LOL, says OJ and toothpaste. Probably. They should just start the race. The green flag should be side-by-side. Because they want to get all the commercials out of the way. Cole Custer needs a Coca-Cola so he can try it first. No, it has infected me. Please help me. Says Moulton. Bye-bye TikTok, says Mark Langren. Yeah, I think they're fixing to get the kibosh from the old US Gov. We get Canadian commercials. NASCAR's Pinty's series, says Dwayne Mueller. Pinty series, make sure you check them out. Just say Pepsi, please, says William Wagaman. The taste of the Carolinas, I believe, is Pepsi. One of Pepsi's slogans. How close to 10K are you? I don't even know. I think I'm like 700 away, maybe. Lee says, can you take YouTube to court for shadow ban? I don't know. I think some people are trying to do that. So look it up. There's some YouTuber law channels that talk about that. So I would check that out. I don't know. The Progressive Insurance commercials are awful as well. And I think it would depend on the country and your country's laws. So I don't know. I have no idea. Definitely not a lawyer. The Progressive Insurance commercials are awful too. Yeah. They've got to go. And the emu. Yeah, those commercials suck too. You can't because YouTube is a private company, so you can't. Well, maybe not. You can try, but good luck, says Roofer. So apparently some people have tried. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not any type of expert. The worst ads are from Toyota. They couldn't afford Kyle Busch, yet now they spend God knows how much on TV ads. I mean, they're trying to sell cars. That's part of the deal. I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe they let Kyle Busch go though. I'm with you. Like they've got plenty of money to spend, just not on Kyle Busch. I don't get it. Kyle Busch should be driving the TRD Toyota, just like Dale Earnhardt drove the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet car back in the day. He's your most iconic driver, and that's I don't know. I don't get it, man. Like I'm with you, but I'm glad RCR got him. I'll say that Chevrolet is super glad they got him. Sargento commercial maybe bad, but they are good people. Only a couple miles from Road America, says Mark Langren. Oh, they got a great product, man. I used to get the cheese sticks back in the day with my lunch when I took them to school. That was a staple. The Orlando Magic have an endorsement from Advent Health. They play a Pitbull song. I don't know about you, but I feel good. A song all the time is pretty bad too. Could be worse, y'all. Yeah, Advent Health. They're pretty big in Daytona as well. Which I think say Kyle, not Kyle, is from not Daytona, but from Florida. Yeah, they're pretty big in Florida. They were all over Daytona. Like I looked up at one point. I looked straight up at the ceiling, and they had an Advent Health deal. So they're big into sports. So they like to sponsor sports. So there's going to be 5 people in the Fox booth today. I guess OJ and Toothpaste. Chase is going to be there virtually, I believe. So I don't know. Alex LeBay is underrated driver. Says, oh yeah, he's awesome. Like I wish he would get a legitimately good chance in Xfinity. He's another one. I agree with you. Liberty Mutual commercials are bad too. Says OJ and Toothpaste. Yeah, for sure. They're terrible. I feel like Kyle Weatherman is a lot better than. Yeah, Kyle Weatherman's another one. There's tons of really good drivers out there. I wish they could get good rides. Corey LaJoie is the most obvious one, and I think Kaz Grala would be my other most obvious one. I used to have Parker Kligerman on that list, but he's getting an actual shot this year, and so far so good. He's run pretty good this year. And Josh Berry was a perennial one before he got picked up. He's good, Bumblebee, says Molten Rage. Sure is. He can take a poo box and give it a top 10 or 15. He's that good, Bumblebee. That's for sure. He is good at wrecking. EB and Moulton, says Mark Barnum. So there you go. For every driver somebody pulls for, there's somebody that pulls against them. That's the cool thing about NASCAR. Over under 100 times. Clint Boyer says, I'm telling you, I'm taking the over. Bumblebee says, yep. Lee says, Moulton will need some transparency regarding YouTube's system. Yeah, I think that's coming. I think that's coming for all social media. The longer you watch NASCAR, the more you get used to driver owners bounce. The driver owner bounce, says Richard Hall. Good name, by the way, Richard. Yeah, for sure. You do sort of get used to that after a while. Suarez needs to smash a watermelon shaped pinata. He smashed the pinata when he won. It was a big taco, but yeah, watermelon pinata would be awesome. In his next victory celebration, that would be full circle. That would be cool. Mark Langer says, "Can we bring the Porsche commercial with the gal in her underoos?" I don't know. I don't even know which commercial that is. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so I don't know. In between Orlando and Daytona, my office is right off of Turn 4 at Daytona International Speedway. Nice. That is a win right there. Turn 1, not Turn 4. That is a sweet location, my friend. I like it. The charter system needs to change. They need to make some kind of rule if you have multiple charters, both outside your top 30 point system. When NASCAR can take a charter away from said team, says Escobar. Yeah, I agree with that. They need a relegation system where the Xfinity. My idea is, at least, Xfinity. If you're in Xfinity, you have the option of buying a charter, and the top 4 Xfinity teams that have bought charters get moved up. The bottom 4 Cup teams get moved down, and I like that. I like that version better, for sure. Hearing Gunther Steiner talk makes me nervous because I feel like we will have a bad word. Also, he stayed pretty quiet during qualifying yesterday. I think he's just a guy that's going to stay quiet, but when he has something to say, it's going to be spicy. So yeah, he's definitely going to slip in a cuss word. There's no doubt about that. Oh Lord, OJ and toothpaste. Yeah, I hate that commercial too, but I'm not going to say it because I feel like it's too close to that word, and I'm not trying to automatically get a yellow dollar sign. Although I might already have one. I second that, Mark Langren. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. OJ and toothpaste. What commercial annoys you the most, BB? Probably that one you just mentioned because I just don't like it. I like how other countries don't let pharmaceutical companies and doctors and stuff like that advertise on TV. So, like, I live really close to Durham, North Carolina, and you see Duke Medicine and UNC Health Systems and Wake Med. You see them advertise all the time on TV, and that's always been sick to me. Like, that's always been a really great when pharmaceutical companies and doctors and stuff like that advertise on TV or the movies, or the what is it, the trailers before the movies. I've always thought that was really gross because, like, you're literally advertising the money you made off of people suffering, even though you're trying to heal them. Like, I've never been a fan of that, and that's just my personal opinion on it. Like, if you think hospitals and stuff like that should be able to advertise, that's fine. But I don't feel like you need to advertise for that because I feel like if somebody is not feeling well, they're going to go there. So you should probably take that money and give it to your nurses and employees. So, but that's just my thoughts on it. I've always thought that was bull crap, and it makes me sick to my stomach, to be totally honest. But that's just my thoughts on it. I might be totally in left field about that. Larry Mack is a national treasure, says Stupid Roofer. But yeah, that's my least favorite commercial. Sorry. Fox, what the heck are they thinking? Absolutely horrible, except for Larry Mack, says Josh Strickland. So yeah, I agree. Larry Mack is the man. So I think he can make anything better. Watch Connor Daly not go to the garage. If somehow wins the race or gets the top 10. What happens? I will buy a Connor Daly diecast and take my negative comments on the money team back. I promise. I think if he was in a good car, I think the money team is a few years away from that. Several years. So it won't be today, but I could see a team in 5 years gets to where Spire is, and I can see a situation where Spire in 5 years gets to where maybe front row is. So it just takes a while in the Cup Series if you're not well funded. Let's see. the race starts and listening to PRN commentary. That's not a bad option. I've seen a lot of people do that, and there's also a way to sync it up so it syncs up with the race itself. So that's always a good option. That depends commercial. Well, it depends. LOL says Mark Barnum. That's a fact. How much is a ticket for the Skybox at Martinsville, and is it worth it? It just depends. If you don't like weather, it's definitely worth it. If you don't like weather, I think the Skybox tickets are pretty expensive though, and sometimes there's a waiting list on it. I always sit in the main grandstands. Like I usually sit in turn one or near the start finish line. But I'll be sitting in turn one this year though for all the races, possibly in the grass. Hold fast. I don't know how much the ticket for the Skybox is though. The biggest parallel between Danica and Deegan is that they are better at being savvy, lucrative marketers than accomplished, gifted racers. Maybe you can probably make that argument for Danica Patrick because she has admitted that she didn't try any of the simulator stuff that Tony Uri Jr. gave her. Haley Deegan is racing every chance she gets. So she is putting in the seat time, and she is a really good marketer. So I would separate the two. But I think you could definitely, because of the things that Danica has admitted at this point, you can definitely say that about Danica. I don't know that you can say that about Haley Deegan. I feel like Haley Deegan is really trying. Whether she makes it or not is a whole separate story, but I do think she is trying. She's putting in the seat time. She's at Millbridge just about every weekend trying to get seat time in dirt cars and stuff like that. So I feel like she's putting the time in. Stuart Roofer, Larry Mack is a NASCAR legend. I got a picture of the 3 Goodwrench signed by him. Glockopus with that one. Started as a joke, but it's become more of a reality now that we need a Rumble live stream so you can talk and wear cool hats, BP. Maybe one day. If I go Rumble, it will be for some type of live stream. But I don't want to just have a mirror Rumble. I guess I could just do a mirror Rumble channel. But I'm going to need faster internet for that because I barely get these videos up. So downloading twice the amount of videos and then I don't know. Rumble would always be a day behind, I guess. But I guess that would be okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have thought about doing a second channel on Rumble, though, but it would just be the same as this one. Lee says, at this point, Blunderberger, if BitChute gets live streaming, you might want to consider moving there. BitChute's another one that a lot of people talk about. I feel like Rumble is the better option right now, but a lot of people do like BitChute as well. I'm all for alternative media, though, so nobody should have a monopoly. My favorite nickname for Kyle Busch is Shrub, says Matt Hunter. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Considering celebrating my 65th at Road America in August, that'll be a good one, Mark. And happy 65th when that happens. Do you think Floyd Mayweather will just drive the 50 car one day? Says OJ and Toothpaste. He might jump in it for like sort of like how Shaq drove a car one time. But he would never drive it in a competitive race. But that's pretty funny. I like where you're going with that one. Bush in Reddick's car from last year, or Dinger, who has the best finish? Just based off of speeds and practice, I feel like Kyle Busch is going to have the better car and probably will have the better finish. But you can never count out AJ Allmendinger. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say there. It's hard to count out Allmendinger. You know what? I'm gonna flip it and go with Allmendinger there. Probably made a mistake. But my first instinct is to go with Kyle Busch. I don't know. Pharma commercials aren't legal in Europe. Most European that vacation here are blown away by how many pharma commercials we have. It's insane. Yeah, I agree. It's I don't get it. I don't like it either. So it is what it is. Mark Langren going with the dinger there. Larry Mack and my dad are friends. He is an awesome man on and off camera, says Josh Strickland. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude. When are you coming out to Sonoma? One day. I have a plan for that. We're gonna have to. I had basically my hot water heater went out. Had to replace that, and there was some other damage down there too. So that ate up my funds for that. So, but we'll work on it. I would love to come out to Sonoma. Same thing with Watkins Glen. A lot of people want me to come out to Watkins Glen, and obviously my actual job will play into that as well too, because that's right in the middle of short track season. The reason I'm so critical on the money team is it's not a new team. It's basically Starcom. Yeah, but Starcom 2.0, I mean, they didn't do anything. That was a starting park team. Everyone from Starcom other than Cope works at the money team. So it's basically the ghost of Starcom. Yeah, but they're there's still probably like 8 people working there as opposed to 30 for Spire. So I mean, you got to give them time to get there. Glen Park joining the conversation late. Anyways, I was actually quite impressed with Jordan Taylor's qualifying run, starting 4th in the race today. I think he will fare well. What's your opinion? Yeah, I think he's got a good chance. Haley's marketing skills are in her yoga pants, and she knows it. Whatever gets the views and whatever gets you in a race car, man. It is what it is. Joseph Grosso, what's up, man? Grasso, what's up, man? Stupid Roofer, Freeman Motorsports on YouTube does commentary. A lot of viewer overlap between those 2 channels. Hey, there you go. So check them out. Lee says, honestly, I can say that the local short tracks as well as NASCAR weekly racing events can show they're even worse NASCAR drivers than Danica or LePage. That's a fact. I agree with that 100%, Lee. So thank you for that. Mark Langren, got my boots and my cowboy hat. Hey, he's ready. He's ready for COTA. Fun fact, before the team closed because they lost their charter, Starcom was supposed to be in 2022. Kaz Grala was the driver. Yep, that stinks. It stinks. Rumble is where we all are at now, says Stupid Roofer. Yeah, so I think I'll eventually make a Rumble channel. I'll let you guys know when I do it, but it'll just basically at first be a mirror of this channel, but then I'll try to do some exclusive content for Rumble. I'll try to figure it out. Hot take. I'm trying not to stretch myself too thin either. Hot take. Ty Dillon to drive the number 4 Hunt Brothers Ford for SHR next year. Earth 2, no doubt about it. No doubt about it on Earth 2. Are you coming back out here to Phoenix for the championship weekend this year? Says Galactopus. I'd like to. We're going to have to see how it works out. It will definitely line up with my schedule. I'm just going to have to see how it lines up with my money because we're taking on some more expensive projects this season. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, one is going to be the Fiat deal. The other project we're taking on is going to be a cool one too. And then there's a possible third project. If that third project comes together, then definitely there will be some more traveling in the future. Which of the 3 legacy motor drivers will finish the best? I think Eric Jones is going to finish the best. I think they're all going to be, all will have a chance to be top 15. That's what I think. So I'll say that. But I think Eric Jones gets the better finish. I'll be with Jordan Taylor for the win, says Joseph Grasso. I think so. I think that's a good pick if you're going for a ringer. I think he's got definitely the best car, and he's definitely got legit skills. I will give you plain miles if you want, says Mark Langren. I'm good. You'll see the deal coming up. So I don't want to get too far into that one, but I appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. If I fly, I will get up with you. I'm taking Taylor. Says Stupid Roofer. So there you go. My man, Jordan Taylor. So Galactopus is with you, Joseph. Dwayne Mueller says, I like Eric Jones for legacy. Yeah, that's who I'm going with for the better finish out of them, but I think they'll all finish pretty good. Galactopus is laughing at Roofer. I got to head out. See y'all later. Go Bowman. Yeah, for sure, Bumblebee. I think Bowman's got a good chance here. Average finish of 5.0, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and a 99.8 average rating according to driveraverages.com. Later, EB. Jordan Taylor is the meme pick of the day. Matt Hunter. So there you go. He's definitely going to be the meme pick. Rodney Sandstorm. Let's get his name right. Bowman. Go home. LOL. Says Mark Barnum. Everybody. Kyle and Kyle saying goodbye to EB as well. Stupid Roofer there. Great show. I really enjoy it. Got to go. Denny sucks, says Josh Strickland. Yeah, and I'm going to hop off here after reading these last few comments that are already up here, and then I'm going to be out myself. Galactopus makes me want to change my name to the Siguana. Says Say Kyle, not Cal. Yeah, it is a cool name for sure. Siguana would be cool too. I like what you guys are doing there. Molten Rage, Starcom, when Starcom folded, basically the money team assets and Starcom and Kaz Grala and the switch from number 00 to 50. Yep, for sure. I wish they had kept Kaz Grala, but it is what it is. He's got a decent ride now as it stands. Do you see Spire maybe winning the Cup Owners Championship this year? Earth 2, they're in the running, but are they going to upset Live Fast, the 3-year team that has won 3 titles back-to-back? Upsetting the dynasty of Rick Ware Racing. Spire this year with the 77, although the 7 is off pace in Earth 2, the 77 is definitely in the running on Earth 2 for the championship. So they could shock the world. Galactopus, that's some clever stuff. Talking about the Siguana. Molten Rage, fun fact, Kaz Grala in the money team in Charlotte went minus 17 laps down on raw speed. Yeah, so that's there you go. There you go. That's enough said there. Appreciate it, Molten, for that stat. Say Kyle, not Cal, laughing, and Mark Langer saying bye all. And that is the last comment. So that with that one, I'm going to head off for this one. Good luck to all your drivers today. I'm pulling for Kyle Larson, obviously. But by the numbers, I am picking, well, not even by the numbers. I'm just picking Ryan Blaney for this race. Not even based on numbers, but by the numbers, Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick. All right, that's it for this one. See y'all later. Peace.